Welcome back to the True Mets Talk podcast. We are talking Mets prospects in this video. A little bit of a slow time in this free agency and trade season as it pertains to the offseason for the New York Mets. And I figured why not make my own top 10 prospect list for this farm system. It's going to be a two-part series. In this episode, we're doing prospects number 10 through 5. And then if you like, comment, and subscribe, I will release part 2, which will be prospects number 4 through number 1. Again, before we fully get into this video, smash those thumbs up buttons, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts and opinions down below. This farm system has been rejuvenated over the past couple of years and has bounced back in a major way. Still a lot of work left to do, but there is some exciting young talent rising through the farm system. A little bit of a shuffle that we will see as MLB.com is scheduled to release their 2025 rankings on their website very soon. A couple of prospects had down 2024 campaigns combined with a couple of quick risers in this farm system. A major shuffle is on the horizon. But again, this is why it's so fun to make this kind of episode. It's all subjective at the end of the day. And again, this is the farm system rankings according to me. Without further ado, we are doing again this in two parts. So it's going to be 10 through 5 in this video. And if you like and subscribe for part 2, we will go from 5 all the way down to my number 1 prospect. Couple of honorable mentions: Elian Pena, recent international free agent signing for the New York Mets, historic $5 million signing bonus, 17 years old, has a lot of room to grow in this Mets farm system. Again, a middle infielder, but with the tools that he has, he can definitely transition into multiple different positions if need be. He is one of my honorable mentions. He will probably at some point in the future, I would imagine, surrounding the hype or given the hype surrounding him, be in my top 10 when I do this in the future again. Another honorable mention is Jeremy Rodriguez, another middle infielder who came over in the Tommy Pham trade from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He was the top international free agent signing for the Diamondbacks in 2023. Rodriguez was actually number 7 in MLB.com's 2024 rankings for the New York Mets, but he is coming in outside of my top 10 and as my second honorable mention. And my third honorable mention, again, another top 10 prospect in MLB.com's rankings last season, but he had a very down year in AAA. That is Blade Tidwell. He's a lot more MLB ready than we all think. He has to fine tune some of his game and some of the numbers that he produces in AAA before he's ready for Queens, but he is my third honorable mention. Okay, let's get into this list right here fully. Coming in at number 10, this was a little bit of a debate for me, but I gave it to Jesus Baez, coming in as my 10th ranked prospect to start the 2025 season. A former international free agent signing himself in 2022, coming out of the Dominican Republic for the New York Mets. Jesus Baez only posted 72 games collectively across A ball and high A ball in 2024 before he went down, unfortunately, with a meniscus injury that he had surgically repaired. He should be fully ready to go to begin the 2025 season, I would think, given the recovery period for torn meniscuses. 262 batting average collectively. The raw power is what a lot of scouts are marveling at when it comes to Jesus Baez. The gap-to-gap power, 17 doubles in the 72 games that he posted, a 782 OPS collectively. And again, he put 10 balls over the fence in St. Lucie A-ball, only 19 years old, a lot of room to grow. He can play middle infield, but with a lack of footwork right now that needs fine-tuning, he is thought to have a little bit more plus side at third base, and that's where they're projecting him out to be with a plus arm. Moving on to number 9. In 2023, draft pick for the New York Mets, Nolan McLean, fully converted into a pitcher in the 2024 campaign, posted just north of 109 innings pitched, a 3.78 ERA collectively, has a good mix of pitches. His arm angle, his arm slot's about 3/4, mid to high 90s fastball. I believe he has a tight slider as well as his secondary pitch. He knows how to put hitters away. 9.5 strikeout per nine rate that he posted in 2024, but he has to fine tune some of the pitches in his arsenal. That's what scouts believe. And right now, from what I'm hearing, he's projecting more to be a top line reliever than he is a starting pitcher. Of course, that could always change as he's only appeared in Double A, so a lot more room for growth for Nolan McLean. Coming in at number 8 is one of my personal favorites in this farm system. And I've been saying this ever since last year, and that is Drew Gilbert. Now, he was MLB.com's number 3 ranked prospect in the Mets farm system to end last season. Did not have a good campaign whatsoever in AAA, 56 games, a couple injuries mixed in between as well. We did just recently see him in the Arizona Fall League, struggle a little bit, but again, it's the Arizona Fall League. It's a little bit more of a league where you fine tune some things before the start of your 2025 season. 32 RBIs at AAA, 10 home runs, which I guess is great in terms of showing off the power, but only a 706 OPS. He is a 5-tool player, and when he got brought into this farm system in that Justin Verlander deal coming over from Houston, or I should say going to Houston, and Drew Gilbert coming over from Houston, he was raking for the New York Mets in Double-A. He got promoted to Triple-A to begin the 2024 season, and again, he's going to start there, but another MLB-ready prospect, and if anything happens to the Mets outfield, if a shakeup is needed or somebody goes down with injury, I have no doubt in my mind that Drew Gilbert will be one of the first call-ups for the New York Mets in this 2025 season. Coming in at number 7, this might be the most unique prospect that the Mets have to offer right now, especially when taking a look at the situation at first base for the New York Mets, and that is Ryan Clifford, the other piece that came over from the Houston Astros alongside Drew Gilbert in that Justin Verlander deal. The raw power is absolutely there for Ryan Clifford. He has the ability to play first base given the lack of speed that he possesses, but he also plays corner outfield, probably more so limited to left field, given some of the speed that you need, some of the range that you need to cover in right field. Also, the big roadblock that's there in right field now in Queens, which is Juan Soto. So at the worst, if he plays the outfield, he's going to be in left field. That's where he projects out to be. But again, depending on what the Mets do at first base, if they use a bridge first baseman, could they be awaiting an arrival of Ryan Clifford, depending on what happens with Pete Alonso? Again, the raw power is there. 19 home runs in his 2024 campaign, just under an 800 OPS, but the strikeouts are a huge deal with Ryan Clifford. That strikeout rate needs to go down and the bat speed needs to go up in order for him to project at his very peak, at a peak level at the MLB level. Coming in at number 6, another Oklahoma State product is Carson Bench, former number 19 overall pick in the MLB draft for the New York Mets in 2024. He appeared in St. Lucie A-ball for only 15 games to end the 2024 season, posted a 273 batting average. He can play all 3 outfield positions. He played in his junior year before he got drafted in right field at Oklahoma State. He's got the speed to play center field on an everyday basis as well. So we'll see when he continues to rise in this farm system where he projects out to be. But he's got gap-to-gap power, left-handed in the batter's box, and it's good to see him have that power to left center field. It almost reminds me of a Michael Conforto. Again, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but whenever I see a Mets prospect from the left-handed side of the box that has that ability to put baseballs over the fence the opposite way, it always gives me a good feeling. And that's what I get with Carson Bench. 8 RBIs in those 15 games to round out the 2024 season for him, and an 857 OPS. I really am excited about Carson Bench, and I think he has a tremendous ceiling in this system. And to close things out, number 5, Jonah Tong exploded onto the scene in 2024 for the New York Mets. You can see the drastic differences in the numbers that he posted with the Mets in 2023 versus 2024. The induced vertical break on his fastball is tremendous. He's tall, he's lanky, he comes completely over the top in his arm motion, and you see the different levels that he appeared in 2024, having immense success. A ball, double A ball, and high A ball for Jonah Tong. Again, the secondary pitches, need some work, especially the newly added slider. He has a big breaking curveball, 12-6, but he really did impress and put himself on the map in this farm system in 2024. And he is one of my untouchables as it pertains to any trades, big trades the Mets might make in this offseason. And I'm thoroughly excited with how he's going to follow up such an explosive 2024 season in 2025. And I think that if he produces right away to begin the 2025 season, we will see him in AAA Syracuse knocking on the door of the big leagues sooner than we all think. So this is part 1 of the 2-part series, prospect rankings according to me, CP, on the True Mets Talk podcast, number 10 through number 5. Again, smash those like buttons and subscribe if you want to see part 2. Will be released sometime on the channel within this week. As always, let's go Mets, and a lot of things to be excited about, both in Queens and within the farm system. Let's go Mets.